Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. As you probably know, the leaders of three countries plus Romania are in Ukraine right now talking to Zelensky, and I don't know exactly why, but they say they want to show solidarity with Ukraine. But to show solidarity, you have to show up in Kiev. Nevertheless, those three countries are Italy, Prime Minister Mario Draghi, then you have Germany's Chancellor Olaf Scholz, and France's President Emmanuel Macron, and the Romanian President. I don't know why he's over there, probably to carry the luggage. Uh, Klaus Johannes. Can't believe it's like a parody. So nevertheless, these guys went over there. I don't know for whatever reason. And the Russians said, guys, if you are over there, talk to the Ukrainians not only about selling them weapons, but make them maybe see reality and what's coming. And it's interesting enough that there's two leaders out of four who make some statements, very interesting statements. Let me read you the article. And I don't understand why it's only 2 out of 4. This comes from Ukrainska Pravda, obviously a Ukrainian news outlet, from today, June 16th, 2022. Macron and Scholz. France and Germany will not ask Ukraine to make concessions. Okay, what about the other one? What about the Italian guy? All right, so French President Emmanuel Macron said that France and Germany will not ask Ukraine to make concessions in order to end the Russian-Ukrainian war. Chancellor of Germany Olaf Scholz supported Macron's assertion. According to European Pravda, Macron and Scholz made these statements in response to a reporter's question following the meeting of the leaders of France, Germany, Italy, and Romania with President Zelensky of Ukraine. And I'm quoting, "This conflict will have to end at some point. At that point, negotiations will have to take place. But I have already stressed that the circumstances of the negotiations and their format will be determined by Ukraine. Germany and France will never hold talks behind Ukraine's back, will never ask Ukraine to make concessions." This never happened, and it never will. We will be demanding mediators, but we will not demand concessions, Macron said. Okay. He underscored that France will continue to maintain communications with the Russian leadership. At the same time, Macron said that I'm back. So it's interesting that Macron also reiterated that there will be a negotiation over there, which he said when he was in France as well. And everybody was like, what are you talking about? We've been, because he said at one point, Ukraine has to negotiate. Oh my God, that's bad. And he said again in front of everybody, I said, Macron has some courage, has some, let's average balls, let's go in that way. But he's smart. And he's smart. I think he's the best out of all those guys in the, let's say, call it collective West. I'm talking France, Great Britain, United States, and obviously France, Italy. He seemed to be the most diplomatic, the guy who has a broader view on things and with the future. I don't know. He's good. He's very flexible. He's very. Anyway, let's see. It's not that I agree with him, but I don't agree because I have a dog in the fight. I think what he's doing is the right thing. That's why I agree with him. If it would be Joe Biden saying that, I would have agreed with Joe Biden. And I'm not justifying myself. I'm just avoiding certain interpretation before some people may jump the gun. I hope they don't. Okay, let's see here. This article continues. At the same time, Macron said that he informs President Zelensky about each of his conversations with Russian President Vladimir Putin and the content thereof. Okay, in turn, Chancellor Scholz of Germany agreed that only Ukraine can determine the conditions of a ceasefire and of any peace agreements. only, and I'm quoting, only Ukraine, its president and parliament and Ukrainian people can decide what matters most for them. The only peace we can speak of, the only peace we can speak of is peace as they define it. I'm absolutely clear on this. Russia has no right to seek what it does. The demands that Russia levels at Ukraine cannot be met, Scholz said during the visit in Kiev. Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi also believes that a peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia has to be concluded on Ukraine's terms. All right, but on Ukraine's terms. All right, but we're not asked to make concessions. Okay, well, why is the title like that then? Nevertheless, I tell you what, these three guys, that's my assessment, these three guys did not say that because they were talking about, like they were facing Zelensky and Ukraine. They were talking like that as an answer, as a preamble, or how should I put it, preemptive strike, like I did a minute ago with Biden and what's his name, Macron, telling the British, the main actors. That's what the British. I think they're the main actors. The first violin and the second violin is United States in this game, or whatever it is. And these guys were talking loudly, so those guys can hear. Hey, hey, hey! We're not here to pressure your boy and your little pet project that you have here. We're not here for that, okay? So hear us clearly, clear and loud and clear, okay? We let you, my bad, Zelensky, determined, and the parliament and the Ukrainian people, we don't pressure in any concessions. Okay, Zelensky, okay, like Zelensky London, Zelensky Washington, basically. So it's too obvious already. I mean, nevertheless, I'm it's too obvious by what these guys are able to say, and they say we show support. What support you show? You show what support? You're the third and fourth and fifth violin, if it's like that, because the first two are the British and Americans, and you're far behind. Maybe you're the 10th, 11th, and 12th violins, and Romania is no violin at all. It doesn't even qualify. Oh my God, it's so pathetic. But nevertheless, people die. That's what's bad. People die because of some. Yeah. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.